Michigan fans. Noah's back here today to talk more about Michigan football. Today we're going to be talking about Michigan versus Alabama and the Music City Bowl. So, to begin with, I want to say I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. I hope you all enjoyed spending time with family and friends. I did. And yeah, so we have to get back into talking about football. Anyway, so in our recent matchup for the Michigan Wolverines, we're going up against Alabama, number 11 in the country, well, as they're ranked, not really number 11, in the Music City Bowl in Tampa, Florida. Now, they are favored by 10 points over us, which is a lot when you think about it, but Alabama hasn't really been that good this year. I mean, they've lost to Oklahoma, they've lost to Tennessee, they beat Georgia, which, yes, that's a feat, but those two always play each other hard. They also lost to, I think, who was it that beat them? I can't remember exactly, but another team beat them, and overall, they just didn't look great this year. Without Nick Saban, they can't really do much in coaching. Their new coach that came from the Washington Huskies, the one we beat in the national championship, has brought him down more than he's brought him up. And yes, some may say, well, they're rebuilding without Nick Saban, but in reality, they're not, because they have all the same players pretty much, and they have so much talent, but the coach just can't coach them right, because if they were actually being coached by Nick Saban, this team would be in a first-round bye in the playoffs. I guarantee it. But with Michigan being not favored and Alabama being favored by 10 points, that is a lot. Because when you think about it, Michigan has been not favored by a lot of points almost this entire season when coming up against opponents. We were not favored to win against Washington, which we didn't win because we still had Kurt Campbell doing the offensive coach plays, and we had Jack Tuttle in there. And we also weren't favored by Texas. We were supposed to lose that one, and that one wasn't surprising. But we were majorly supposed to lose to the Buckeyes. And as you can see, we won. We were supposed to lose by 20 points, and we won. That's how crazy this Michigan Wolverine football team is. If we have a good defense, we can beat any team. I'm telling you this because when we played the Buckeyes, it wasn't our offense that won the game. It was our defense. Our D-line won us the game. Now, we're up against a tougher opponent here, not just because it's Alabama. It's because we're missing our D-line. Grant and Graham and Stewart all declared for the NFL draft, along with Colson, Loveland, and Will Johnson. All those guys are going to be gone. We didn't have the two when we played against Ohio State, so that wasn't the biggest worry, even though they would have helped a lot. Our biggest worry is the fact that our D-line's gone. Because Graham and Grant and Stewart, they were very, very good. And I mean, they were good. And they're the main reason why the Ohio State Buckeyes can establish the run. And when you think about it, our backups aren't that bad. They're really not. We have Benny, we have TJ Guy, we have number one, I can't exactly remember his name, but number one's actually moving to edge rusher, so he's supposed to be good there. And they're all playing against him because they decided to stay for another year. So it's really cool to see that. So we have a better chance against them in that criteria. Also, Alex Orji, our old quarterback, declared he wanted to transfer. So our new guy is going to be Jaden Davis. He's going to be our backup to Davis Warren, but he will be getting snaps as a true freshman because, well, he got no snaps and he was quarterback number 3 and now he's quarterback number 2. So he will be getting some snaps, hopefully. Hopefully we can see how good he actually is and we can have him running and doing all that cool stuff that we really were missing this season with our quarterbacks. Mentioning Alabama, in the transfer portal, we actually landed their former 5-star running back, Justice Haynes. He's a former 5-star. He actually played against Michigan in the Rose Bowl last year when we won the national championship. He ran for 8 carries against us for 30 yards. he played a small role in there, but when he did run 8 carries for 30 yards, that's not terrible. Especially with only 8 carries. And he's actually, this year he's carried 544 yards, 6 touchdowns, and I think he had a couple receptions for like 50 yards. So he's not an overall bad running back. It's just that Alabama prefers to run with their quarterback, which is Jalen Milroe, because he's a running quarterback, kind of like Lamar Jackson. But overall, Michigan, I think personally, has a chance against the Alabama Crimson Tide. And that's because Alabama has not been Alabama this season. They've lost opponents they really should have won against. I mean, we watched Tennessee get exposed by the Buckeyes, which was sad, but it exposed them. So, it's good to see that we actually have a chance despite what people think, because we have a good defense, even without the main D-line. Our offense, hopefully under Coach Sherman Moore instead of Kirk Campbell, should be able to keep up better, like how it did in the Buckeyes. Hopefully Davis Warren can actually throw, and maybe Jaden Davis can get some throws in there too, because, you know, you can see how he does. And, you know, we just don't lose. If we do lose, that's okay. It's fine. What matters is that we beat the Buckeyes. That's really all that matters to me. We beat the Buckeyes. But if we all really want to win this, then our defense is going to have to step up, especially our D-line, because they run the ball. They also like to throw, so we're going to have to put our best receiver on there. Well, he's supposed to be in high school, wide receiver. So hopefully, if we really want to win, we can win. Now, winning doesn't really matter in this situation. It really doesn't, because we're rebuilding right now. But with our new quarterback that's going to hopefully get some snaps, we can get it to our wide receivers and hopefully beat Alabama. So, yeah. Thanks for listening to me talk, Michigan fans. Talk to you later, and go blue.